Trump sees what man is doing in crowded Ohio rally yesterday, stops everything and makes him pay. During President Donald Trump's rally in Youngstown, Ohio, this past Tuesday evening, he was interrupted many times, mostly for applause, but also because weak-minded individuals from the left are still upset that crooked Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders lost the 2016 presidential election. But the two protesters who in particular stood out the most was a man who decided it was okay to hold up a sign for the communist rag website refusefascism.org, and an individual who thought it would be okay to wave the flag of the Soviet Union during the rally. Unsurprisingly, the crowd didn't take kindly to either protester and they were swiftly removed by security. As clearly seen in the video above, the communist protester, who was wearing a hopeless t-shirt, held a large Soviet flag up, which caused a stir around him. One of the Trump supporters from a few rows behind him quickly grabbed the flag from the ignoramus and trounced on it. The young man then moved up toward the guy who took the flag, and the two appeared to struggle over it as security arrived and grabbed the protester and forcibly escorted him out of the rally as chants of USA, USA rang throughout the venue. The Wordsmith reports. Why communism does not work. Throughout history we have seen the idea of communism in nations evolve from a small beginning to a world-altering superpower. And while it is easy to see why communism doesn't work on a large scale, take a look at Russia, Cuba, China, etc. You get the picture. Communism itself is an idea as foolproof as making your password AB123. Not to say that it's an idiot's idea, it's just you would need to be an idiot to use it. Even in small scale, communism does not work. So to start off, let's have a brief history lesson. What is communism? Communism is the political idea made famous by Karl Marx that we can live in a society where the people are the government, a society where everyone is equal and everyone is granted the same amount of wealth. No upper class, no middle class, no lower class, only the working class to make the nation great and powerful. Pure equality. What's wrong with this? In large scale we've seen this novel idea become corrupted. Equal wealth would mean very little wealth. Working to make the nation great would mean working 20 hours a day. The working class would starve and live in poverty, and need a force greater than itself to keep everyone in line and focused. Deviation from communism would mean death. You see, we as human beings are lost without a power to tell us what to do. The only reason you would say otherwise is if you are the one giving the orders and having people work under them. You could argue against that by saying that our individual sovereignty has yielded amazing structures, theories and creations, but everything we know is based off the knowledge of someone else. Whether you realize, or like it or not, you are the product of somebody else's ideas and reality. There is no escaping that. And that is why ensured equality cannot and does not exist. Many of us need to be told what to do. So now in small scale. We've all been to parties. Most of us have, anyway. If we haven't, we've all belonged to a group of some sort. School is a group, too. We all have friends and family and this and that. So what does this have to do with communism? In our group of friends, we would consider ourselves equal. We are all workers in one way or another, and with our friends we can escape that. And yet at parties we as friends throw for each other. There is always that one person who is shunted off to the side. Even when a group of like-minded friends get together, a class system emerges. There is always the life of the party, the coordinator, the outcast, etc., and there is no escaping it. Equality cannot exist because we as humans do not allow it to exist, our minds and emotions do not allow it to exist. And because we cannot force our mindsets and program humans to get rid of those emotions, true equality will never exist. People are not robots. We cannot manufacture a perfect human being that is free of judgment and sentient thought. We can try, but it won't happen. People have tried and they've created monsters. And thus communism, the idea that a society of equal-class workers can rule themselves, cannot exist. It is a novel idea, though. It's truly heartbreaking to see this. Where are these kids getting their history? communism was the leading ideological cause of death during the 20th century. 94 million were slaughtered in China, the Soviet Union, North Korea, Afghanistan, and Eastern Europe. Meanwhile, during the same period of time 28 million died under fascist regimes, which also originate on the left side of the political spectrum. If you add all the numbers together, more people died as a result of communism than from homicide, 58 million, and genocide, 30 million, put together. Yet today 51% of millennials prefer some kind of socialism or communism over the capitalistic system. Who is educating these people, and why don't they just go live in Cuba or Venezuela instead of trying to ruin the country we all hold so dear? Please share if you agree schools should teach the truth about communism. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.